Welcome to Locker Code, where football is not just fantasy, but our reality, where you can express your excitement, your tensions, or even frustrations about the games, your team, your league, and performances of players. Let's go! Yo, welcome back. Yo, what's good? What's going on, y'all boys?
Yo, happy belated, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy belated. For the show, at least, because we were with you all weekend.
Yeah, we kind of got down, man. It kind of messed up my neck over the weekend. Yeah, I ain't on Friday, you know.
You know what you mean.
Yeah.
Out for the count, huh?
Out for the count.
I was out for the count, man. I was kind of wilding out, you know what I'm saying? Picked up the chair, started throwing it around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you was on one.
Yeah. I was on something, you know what I mean?
Man.
Somebody gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.
5, 6.
Yeah, I don't know
15.
who.
That's
I don't want to name who.
And then he left.
Yeah, and then he bounced. He just bounced. He just bounced. He was like, yo, peace. Didn't know what was going on.
But yeah.
If it wasn't for P, I would have been there, sleeping the night.
Nah, man. I mean, you had somebody there to take you home. Like, I made sure of that. Like, if
He actually gave me a talk before.
Oh, he did?
He threatened me.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you better not. Better not stop what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I heard a couple of people had those threats, bro.
But I knew that you'll be fine.
Yeah, I was good, man.
Yeah,
it was
it's all
definitely
good, man.
appreciated, man. It was awesome, man. It's been a while since I wilded out like that.
Glad you had fun, man. Glad you had fun.
Wilded out. It was crazy.
You used the
I haven't yet because of my injury, but I'm gonna use that this week though. But by next week, our next show, I have it ready for y'all boys. Drinks and all, that's on me.
Shiznit.
Yeah, y'all boys healthy out here. Man.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to that bad boy.
Yeah, man. So other than that, I mean, we chilled over the weekend and whatnot, man. What do you guys do, man? Family, friends, everything, other than me?
Man, it was a fun weekend for me, man. Friday night, hanging out with you guys, and Saturday, I had some family events, and then afterwards, just meet up with my boss down at the casino and make some money and things like that. So that was
made
cool.
Or you lost?
Made some money, man.
All right,
that's
good. That's because you lost in that DFS, so I'm glad you made money. Glad you made money back. Pete, where were you at, bro?
We're not gonna hear the end of this. Like,
I had an accident.
Where were you, bro?
But I'll be there this weekend. I had an issue. I paid and I didn't play.
Yeah, I just kept on seeing. I'm like, yo, when is P gonna move up? And they just kept on staying in the 10th spot. Yo, I was like, where y'all boys at?
I had a long night. It was a long Friday night.
Who won DFS? You ain't got to say it. They know already, bro. They know. They already know, bro. They already know. They know your boy won.
Holy crap.
Because it was your birthday recently, I'm gonna
we're gonna let him have this one.
I'm gonna let you have it.
But we're not gonna say we kind of let him have it.
Yo,
because
you let?
Oh yeah. That's what it was, man. Like if you check out the 5 for 30, you never won. Ever.
As you stated, as it really counted this week.
It's a birthday gift.
More money.
Yeah, it's a birthday gift from PJ and I to you.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
I didn't even play, dog. I gave it to you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's what it was.
You just lost, bro.
Let's see what happened this week. Though.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
You were hoping. You were just trying to climb up. I think what you got, fourth place.
Third place. Man.
Third place.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened this week, man. Let's see what happened this week.
That's what's up. We'll just see. Yeah. Yo, so P, how was your weekend, man? I mean, other than the DFS
most of the weekend was with you.
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh yeah, Monday we chilled too. You guys
Saturday,
came over the crib and so on.
Monday.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that, man. That was pretty dope because you guys came and I didn't really know about it until y'all popped up because y'all know like nobody just popping up.
Yeah, man. Somebody cared about you, bro.
Yeah, so that was dope. Yo, I ain't tell me how y'all like that vegan cake, bro.
Oh, vegan cake was
vegan
dope.
Cake was good, man.
You couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah, there's no real difference between it. Substitute the eggs or something, and then you're pretty good.
Yeah.
So
my dude was like, "Yo, no, I don't want it. And then he was like, "Yo, let me go ahead and get that, man. You forced me."
It was really good.
It was dope.
It wasn't because it was vegan though. I didn't want it. It's just because I I'm not
You
a
ain't
fan of
fan of
cake.
it?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cake. If you ever notice when I go to, if you'll be around me like at birthday parties and stuff, I don't really mess with cake that much.
Yeah. Yo, so with that on Monday, the Alabama game was on, right? With Ohio State versus Alabama. The score was 24-52. Alabama wins. Nick Saban, I think, either got a 6th or 7th ring. I mean, these boys kind of went crazy throughout the whole game. I wasn't expecting that type of game.
I was. I mean, remember a lot of like when the playoffs started, a lot of people were saying that Ohio State didn't deserve to be in there.
Yeah.
Granted, they beat, they got a good win against Clemson, but other than that, man, they didn't show me anything that was
comfortable enough to know that they could
say that they can, right, you should be in a championship game.
I just didn't think it was going to be by 20 that many points, man. They only had 24-52, man. And it is Alabama.
It is Alabama.
All the way around, Alabama's defense, offense, and, we can talk, and obviously we're going to go into detail, in the future as far as these draft guys. These guys are going to be picked up in the draft with the receiver.
But there's some highlights there,
Harris.
Man. Yeah, Harris was pretty ridiculous.
Harris is going crazy. Devontae Smith, man. We talked about the whole trades and Watson and everything like that. Is that number 3 pick? I don't want them to choose. I don't want them to trade
that away.
You just get Devontae Smith and call it a day.
I agree, man. That would be an impactful player instantly on the Dolphins if we were
going to do it.
But it was in the first half of the game was pretty good, pretty competitive. They tied up for the most part, and then Alabama just went off. It's just
Alabama just didn't
it's
care.
It's just unfair.
Yeah, it was unfair.
It's talent, man.
It's still unfair.
Because they get they're
getting those recruits coming
in. They get the top talent.
The top talent.
In college, you always every sport you recognize that the talent is a big differential in talent. Yeah. In the NFL and pro sports, talent is closer. So they just got all the talent.
They got all the talents, man. Even after winning that, you're looking at they got a number 1 quarterback that's coming out of high school, going into their just recruiting system or the Alabama system in general. The defensive ends that they got, it's just crazy to go to Alabama. It's just unfair, man.
It is.
I know last week we really didn't get into detail, just kind of coming off of football right now, man, with what happened in the Capitol, right? I mean, I think last week we all were pretty much surprised of what was unfolding at that time.
Yeah.
Now having the chance to kind of digest everything, man. How do you guys feel, especially with now being they're impeaching him for the second time,
and the arrests and everything like that. So initially, I didn't think that. I thought it was more of like a stunt. It was more they were doing something to, not necessarily prove a point, but just to be erratic and be chaotic as they are.
Yeah.
But they were going there with intentions to hurt, possibly kill, possibly murder, zip ties, pipe bombs, some were military trained.
Yeah. 2 officers were involved.
Exactly, 2 officers. One was an Olympian, I believe. So much, so these people are serious with they weren't
one of them
playing.
was a representative too, or governor or something like that from Minnesota somewhere.
Yeah. Their intentions were real. So, I mean, they're facing consequences, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. That's what should happen. I mean, it's not like I'm happy to see them facing consequences, but they deserve to face their consequences. Like, it was illegal. Like, that's just the bottom line. It's illegal, and you do illegal stuff, you have to pay for it. And I'm glad that they're paying for it. In that sense, where you did something illegal, so unfortunately you have to be accountable for it, and that's what it is.
One person that had some affiliation with it committed suicide before getting arrested.
That I did not know. No.
Yeah, because people are getting arrested daily.
Oh yeah,
it's like coming up, and I assume that they're snitching on each other.
Yeah, it's not only the snitching, but like
you're on video camera,
face recognition,
and all that stuff. It's
some are going out and
right, and
they're
asking, hey, tell me who you recognize, and people are calling in. People are
remember, not everybody that's your neighbors feels the same way.
Right? And that's what they assume.
Snitch. The one that got me, there was a couple. The guy that was trying to crawl up and fell down. The guy that was inside the office in the Capitol with his work ID on.
Yeah,
it was like, yo, you really walked in there with your work ID.
I think
these-
that
a lot
I
of
think
these
he was
people have
probably the
wife and
easiest
kids,
person.
man.
I think
Yeah.
he was the.
One of the guys has he has like a big time lawyer now. The one with that had the horns and everything like
Yeah,
that.
the organic food guy. huh?
Yeah. He had the big time lawyer, and that's only because his wife is like this big time doctor. I'm like, yo, I think she's a surgeon or something like that. But it's been everybody's just been kind of going crazy, and and dude, they were getting arrested. Like there was one guy that was on at the airport.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he went on a no-flight zone, and he was upset. Like, I can't believe they're treating me like this. You're treating me like a terrorist, and we're sitting there like, didn't think there was gonna be no consequences at all by what you did? Like, a lot of people felt like, yo, it was okay.
A lot of people did.
Let me say
A
something.
lot of them did.
The thing that, the only thing that our current president and these people have in common is ignorance.
Yep.
He is filthy rich.
Yeah.
He cares about nobody. I don't even think he cares about his kids and his family. He cares about himself. So if they thought they were going to do something, they're just pawns. They're his pawns. You behave like his pawn. You know?
I didn't even know he had one daughter that was not in that rotation.
Yeah, he's
It's
not
kinda
affiliated. Really.
Not affiliated at all. So I didn't even know that. But one of the biggest things that what people don't understand is that while he's telling you guys to go do these things, he's literally telling you, go do my dirty work.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
gonna
You're
sit
his
here.
pawn.
You're his pawn.
You're
He's
his
sitting
pawn.
there on the top of his ledger, whatever, chilling and just waiting for you guys to destroy your lives while he's just chilling.
And that's why I said what he has in common with his supporters is ignorance.
Yeah.
He doesn't come from where they come from. He was born rich, born
Yeah.
into money, born wealthy. A lot of his supporters are not like that. They're,
Yeah.
so
It's very
to
surprising.
each his own,
Yeah, it's surprising, man. And you guys, happy, don't know. Do you want to talk about the whole impeachment thing or
Bro,
pretty
this
much
is a
solid?
football show.
It's football. All right, cool.
We're done with politics, bro. I'm not gonna
Yo.
spend the entire time talking about it.
So since we want to go with the football show, man, let's go into news, man.
Yep.
You gonna go right into news?
Yeah, let's rock it out.
Yo, so my favorite news of the day, of the week.
Of course it is.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
Funny thing is, it ain't happening.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
never
Deshaun Watson requesting to be traded to the Dolphins will waive his no trade clause to make it happen.
And Dolphins won't make it happen.
Why do you think they won't make it happen?
Because it's the Dolphins, man.
The trade would include Tua, right? Obviously the compensation, and it stems from being unhappy.
Yeah.
with what's been
going
happening with the Texans and
It
the
all
hirings.
sounds good. The Dolphins came out and said the other day that yesterday or the day before they don't think Tua is a good talent or something.
Oh, the
like
players. The players felt like that he's not a future quarterback. Franchise quarterback.
that. It's building the story. I don't think it happened.
No, not at all.
But I think it may happen, and this is why I think it may happen, because it's building steam, and like a former Houston Texan wide receiver, Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson, yeah.
Dude, for the past 2 years,
And Hopkins.
the dude hasn't tweeted. All he tweeted is sponsor. His sponsor is Crown, and that's all. If you check his Twitter feed for the past 2 years, commercials, all commercials.
Yep.
This is the first comment he made, and it was about that organization. And I was like, man, that's eye-opening. And I think people are starting to look at that, and I was like, all right, maybe we need to look closer and not necessarily look at Watson saying that he just want to leave. Because if this guy haven't tweeted in 2 years, and then all of a sudden he's saying, hey, I agree with you, blah, blah, blah. It's not a great run organization type deal. Then there's a problem.
Yeah. And also Hopkins.
And I think J.J. Watt may even leave too. And if J.J. Watt should leave and Watson leave, that's a
rebuild,
big black eye to that organization.
It's a rebuild.
Yeah, but they don't have control over leaving. That's the thing.
Actually, Watson
does.
He could opt out.
No. Watson has a fully guaranteed contract
with a no clause trade. So that means I can be disgruntled as I don't know what. You can't trade me unless I waive that trade. So I decide on where I want to go. I'm telling you, if I want to go to the Dolphins, if it's the Dolphins, it could be any team. If I want to go to the Dolphins, that's where I want to go. I'm not going to play for your team. I'm not going to step on the field. And you still owe me all this money.
Yep.
No matter what.
That's what it is.
So he has the upper hand.
Still don't think he goes.
But like he says, if Watson decides to go, JJ's gone too. Because JJ is not going to spend all his time for a team that's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Because you take Watson off, what is? There's nothing else there. David Johnson.
David Johnson.
Kiki.
Kiki.
And
You know what I mean?
Will
So,
Fuller.
I mean, do you think that?
I don't even think Fuller is.
Fuller ain't.
If Watson leaves, Fuller leaves.
Yeah.
Because
Now-
Fuller is a free agent this year.
Yeah, he's gone.
So
The whole team's gonna
that
be on a
whole
rebuild
team can just, and then to rebuild without draft picks.
without draft picks.
So
You
that-
think
I
the
think-
Texans can work it out though?
Yeah, I think they can work it out. I
You think Watson stays and
I
stays
think
and
what
fix
they
it?
need to do is probably get him like a good wide receiver and stuff like that. Show that, hey,
Get him an Allen Robinson.
yeah, get him like an Allen Robinson. There's going to be a plethora of wide receiver in free agency this year. So if they get him some good weapons and beef up that line a little bit more,
I
he
mean,
may
think
look
about it.
at
I don't think it's his issue is not weapons. His issue is the injustice with how the organization is handling it. The issue was like, hey, you told me that I'm gonna be part of this this building of getting a new coach,
getting a new coach,
general
right.
manager. You went behind my back and got a general manager. The top offensive coordinator, which is Eric Bieniemy from the KC, everybody interviewed him. You didn't even step.
Houston,
You didn't even make an interview offer yet to him. And then when you did was because everything went down, and you can't even interview him until after the Super Bowl.
This is why I don't think it will happen. It's because the NFL is not a players run sport or organization. And I think if Watson gets his way, he will lead that new form of players dictating what they could do. Because player in the NFL really dictates.
the only position that can really dictate
It's quarterback. It's
Right.
quarterback.
It's the quarterback.
But it's not really happened like this.
No, it
You
has.
understand what I'm saying?
If you think the
So
first
if it
step was
happens,
Cousins.
it's like, okay, we're opening the floodgates for players to do that. And players are going to start doing it.
Yeah, soon.
Well, you think one of the reasons why you have players doing that is because of guaranteed contracts, right?
Yeah.
You guaranteed. So Cousins was the first one that had guaranteed contract. Now Watson has a guaranteed contract. You literally have to listen to me. I don't see a way the Texans would get out of that situation.
By doing what he said, by making him happy.
But that's not what the reason was. The reason was to be happy was not about players. It was about my coaching staff.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no coach chosen yet, so
Yeah.
you never know.
So
it's
and
still,
honestly,
you could
I don't see
always
her-
turn
yeah,
it around.
it still has an opportunity.
Still
to
have
turn
that
around.
time, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
And then obviously the last question is, other than the Dolphins, but what other team you think that if they do not work it out, what do you think is a good team that would go, get him out
For Watson?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, San Fran needs a quarterback.
Yeah, San Fran would probably be like. San Fran would be the number one for me.
I think
Chicago
Minnesota needs a
Bears.
quarterback.
They go from one guarantee to another guarantee.
Nah, see, I don't think funny enough, man. Even though Kirk Cousins hasn't been doing well, I don't think it's just the scheme that the offense is running. It's run first.
Yeah.
So, because when they're behind and they need to pass, Kirk Cousins passes the ball. You know what I mean? So, I think it's just a run first offense.
Sometimes he
And
passes to the wrong team.
everybody does though. Tell me a quarterback that didn't throw an interception this year.
Everybody does, but man, Kirk just does it. Other than him and Phillip Rivers.
Look at Ben. Ben did four.
Colts. Colts is a good one.
Yeah.
Colts is a good one. Colts is a definitely good one. They will need some wide receivers, but they're good ones.
Yeah, but they got a good that.
They got a
line
good
is
core.
yeah.
They got a good line. They got a
And he
good-
hasn't had a shout out to Deshaun Watson, man. He's played tremendous football, and you've never had a good line.
Yeah.
Never had a good line. You've always been top 5
Yep.
quarterback.
Yeah.
The other thing that came out, Urban Myers.
Yeah, man.
So supposedly he's the new Jags head coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good look. The reason why I say, even though he has never coached in the NFL, he has the opportunity now to come in, pick Well, he recruited Fields to
to Ohio.
to Ohio. So don't be surprised if there's a shocker in the draft this year. But hypothetically, if he has the choice of Fields and he has the choice of what's his name, Lawrence.
He knows Fields.
So there you go. So he can build from there. They have 11 draft picks. You see what I'm saying? So with 11 draft picks, he can really build a team. And Herbert Myers know college. Like he know all the players in college. He either recruited them at one time, saw them at one time, play against them at one time.
He's the Nick Saban without being the head coach at that particular
Exactly.
time.
So I think that he is a great coach to bring in to rebuild that organization.
I agree, and I also think the timing is perfect.
Timing is perfect too.
Super perfect. So I think
Why do you think the time is perfect?
because they have a lot of picks, and
Quarterback
And
position
the two quarterbacks that's
number
there.
one
quarterbacks,
pick in the
yeah, and
number
everything,
one pick in the draft. Yeah.
everything that he just said about knowing the players.
Yep.
Now you got Doug Peterson. If
The Jets do this, man.
They fired him. I mean, first the Eagles fired him,
Right.
And then you have the Jets interested in Doug Peterson. Now, from what the story is that Doug Peterson wanted to start Jalen Hurts. He wanted Jalen Hurts to be the new starter, but the owner wanted Carson Wentz to be the starter, and that's where they fell in a disagreement, and that's why Peterson was fired. Now, is he wrong in wanting that, or I mean, if you at the end of the day you're the head coach and you don't feel confident in that player?
I don't think that's why he got fired. I think you got some disgruntled players on the team that said they don't want to play for him anymore. And the reason why I say that is, all right, he wanted Jalen, right?
Yep,
All right, he had Jalen playing, right?
that's true.
All right, so the record is not like the issue. So he had Jalen ready to go. Last game of the season, what did he do? Who did he take out? He took out Jalen, right?
Yep.
And put in the third string quarterback. Like, I just didn't understand that. That just tells the player, like, yo, I'm
You're not
willing
trying
to
to win.
I'm willing to throw games. And if I'm a player and I'm playing my ass out and I'm getting hit from all angles and all that stuff, and you're gonna willing to lose because you probably didn't want another team to win or make the playoff, you didn't want the Giants to make the playoff, man.
That's-
I don't want to play for a coach
Or
like
get a
that.
better pick, whatever it was.
You come on the field and come take these hits then.
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of players were tweeting about it and stuff like that they didn't like that. They stopped, they realized like they were trying to throw the game, and that's why I think that's why he got fired.
Yeah, because you're putting these players' bodies in
Body at risk.
But
Because-
doing that is not just from the coach though.
What's that?
yeah, because it comes from someone.
It comes from
it comes
higher
from
than
general
him.
manager. It
Yeah.
comes from the owners.
To play the third string?
No,
play any
to
player.
throw a game or to what you're alluding to
No, I think it came from him.
from directly from the coach.
Yeah, I think it came from him. That's why he's the only one that got fired.
I think it comes from owners.
Not his
I think
coaching
it comes
staff.
from-
Not his coaching staff.
No,
or
No,
anything.
no. I think it comes
I'm
from
talking about
above him,
general
like
manager,
general managers, owners, and so on.
I think
Yeah,
I think it does.
What's the purpose of that though?
A better draft pick.
yeah.
Better draft pick. They would have. If they would have won, they would have went up 5,
Yeah.
6 or something like that.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, you don't know. The last one on the news, man, we got Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins coaching staff will be handling the Reese's Senior Bowl on January 30th. Panthers own the 8th pick in the first round. Dolphins own 3 and 18 selections for right now. So Watson.
So,
But
yeah, I really want Watson.
I think that's really dope. It gives the opportunity both teams and coaching staff to kind of see these players out. So I can't wait to watch this game.
Yeah, I mean, me
what
too.
comes
It's
out.
football. So
At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, it's football,
that's it for
man.
news, my dude. That's it for news.
Yeah, bro.
So now we gonna get into
Wildcard.
Wildcard.
Recap. Yeah, recap last week.
Yeah.
Man, what's the most surprising thing about last week game? Like who
Definitely the
shocked you?
Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers got their ASS whooped. They
ASS
went,
whooped,
oh
yeah.
my god, man! Like
Funny enough, they didn't get whooped because they kind of came back a little bit, but the first
First
quarter,
28 points?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
because
was-
I hit you guys up.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo,
I was
was
like,
you guys watching this game?
I couldn't believe it. That's why this dude won.
That's why I won.
funny enough, if you really look back at it, we saw this coming.
Yeah,
They should have beaten them in week 17. That's what you get
Yeah.
when you don't beat a team in week 17
Yeah.
and you end up playing them again.
And but going into the game, they were super cocky, super
Exactly.
talkative.
Corvette.
Juju was super cocky. Juju was.
Corvette,
Yeah.
Juju.
Yeah, Juju was.
And that's the thing. And then Claypool didn't help himself this week, coming out and talking about like they're gonna get beat down again. I was like,
Exactly.
dude, you're not
It's
playing.
cockiness,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're not playing. So
It's
just,
coming out thinking that
Your boy,
you better.
What's the other receiver? Not Jarvis, but the one that's injured from New York Giants.
OBJ.
Oh yeah, OBJ came out saying that the Browns are gonna beat the Chiefs too.
Yeah, but
So
I mean that's fine. That's
Browns
But I
not
agree
beating
with you.
Chiefs.
Claypool need to shut up.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They could go up
You brand
28.
new. You know what I
They
mean?
could go up 28 zip on KC, and KC come back and win that game in the third quarter. So that's a different
crazy.
beast.
It wasn't the fourth quarter they won that game. They
Yeah.
come back and win the game in the
Third
third
quarter,
quarter.
yeah. So that's a different beast.
Yeah. So
That's a different level.
that
man.
game was shocking to me.
What about the Ravens and Titans game?
I was just going to say that game was shocking simply because it was a comeback win from the Ravens. Not something you see from that franchise a lot.
You don't see
They're
it.
more of a front runner, the front horse that goes out and leads and wins the game. They don't come back and win. So I like what I saw from Lamar Jackson.
I actually like the fact that they stopped Henry from running that ball.
But their defense was never the issue. It's the fact of, can you put up points and not be lackluster?
The offense was
That's
the
always
was
been
the,
the issue.
was always been the issue.
They have great
So-
line. They got great corners. But I mean, how many other defenses have you seen play Titans running game Henry? And still
Yeah, but
kinda
Henry
ran
has
over
had
them.
duds. You know,
Yeah.
you could speak on that.
Yeah.
Tell
So,
me about it.
I
didn't
mean,
make
it
a playoff
happens.
because of that one.
But I
9
think
points.
that the Ravens showed promise, but still not enough to be elite.
Yeah.
The game that I liked the most was actually the Colts and the Bills.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
Some bad calls.
Yo, some
Kind of
bad-
going back
some
and
bad
forth.
calls.
Yo,
Yeah.
I feel like they were trying. I don't know, man.
They
I feel
could have lost that game.
bro.
It was just
There was
man.
one call at the end of the game when because PJ watched it, watched the end of the game over here. And
Was
there
it
was
that
one
fumble?
call. Yeah, it was when they.
It was the fumble.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
were like,
it was a fumble. He
Pascal.
got up to run.
Yeah, Pascal.
and
Yeah,
they
it was a
call it
fumble.
down by contact. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, yo,
He caught it with no one around him, got up and turned foot planted to run.
yo, if they had,
It wouldn't matter, foot planted or not. It was still a fumble. Like,
bro,
no
if
one touched him.
all I gotta say, if the Colts had won that game, the NFL would have gotten roasted all week.
Yeah.
There was
All week.
another bad call. I can't remember what game it was.
There was a few bad
There was a
calls,
few
man.
bad
There was
Not in that game, but another game. I think
it
it was,
was
the
the-
Saints. Was it the Saints Bears?
No, it was for
Let's
me.
talk-
I saw a couple of bad calls in the Bucks game. They wanted the Bucks to win like, versus Washington because Washington was actually playing decent. They were playing the Bucks really.
They're playing
good.
real good.
Or
They
was
were
it
playing good.
Rams Seahawks? There was a really bad call in one of these games. I can't pinpoint what it was. But let's talk about that drop ball from Sims. Was it Sims and with the Bears?
Mims with the Bears.
Mims.
Yeah.
Dude, are you serious?
I have
right
no.
now?
I don't really know what to say, bro.
I don't know. I don't know. Like
Are you serious? Right now?
It just.
I think
it literally
he
was
was-
like this, and
I
the ball
think
just
he
went
was
right
surprised
through.
that he was that open.
I think he didn't know what to do. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm open.
I got a ball. They're throwing it to me. He didn't know where to put his hands. Like, it
Like,
was just.
yeah.
How do you go back from?
He
How
was
do you come
fighting
back
to
from
win.
that?
He
How do
was-
you come back?
It was
from
fighting to win, bro. It was like, oh, get off me because he's so used to people like
Listen,
being on him
How
and
do
all.
you come back from that? Like after you miss that catch, goes right through your arms, right? And you have to turn around and look at the team because you're getting off the field.
And in his defense, in Trubisky defense, it was a perfectly thrown ball.
Oh no, but this has nothing to do with Trib.
It doesn't. But the thing about it
Mims.
is he can't get his true highlight because if he
If
had
he had
caught
caught that
that,
ball,
the game
the game would
changes.
change.
The
The
game
game would've
changes.
changed.
Bears defense is good. They were slowing them down.
Yep.
They needed that, put Saints under pressure type.
Yep. I agree with you. Man, that was like
That was
man,
embarrassing, bro.
That was really embarrassing.
Yeah, man. Well,
He
let's
sat
get
at the end of
into-
the bench though. He saw that.
Yeah, he had to. Man, I'm not trying to go to the coach. I'm not trying to go to one. Like my day is over at
Yeah,
that point,
the day
and
is
I
over.
believe he didn't even get back on the
You
field.
want the earth to just swallow you.
Yeah. I can't wait
Dude,
to get on the
The
bus.
ball
to get
was
home.
thrown so good it hit you in the chest, like
Between the numbers.
Between the numbers,
you know how
it
you-
couldn't have been more perfect.
You know how you just messed up that night and you just want to get home.
All you had to do was just cuff it. You didn't even have to catch it. You just cuff
He
it.
just went like he was just late
It
on
was
it. I don't know what happened.
it
It went right
was
through.
too wide.
It went right through.
Yeah,
Just
it was
went
too
right
wide.
through.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's crazy. Yo, so we got first quarter here, man. We're gonna do Wildcard weekend. This Saturday we got the Rams, number 6 Rams, against the number 1 Packers on Fox. What do you guys think, man?
For me, man, definitely the Packers are gonna win. Rams has a good defense. I want to see Adams versus what's the corner?
Ramsey.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup. But
To me, that's the game.
yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup. I don't think Ramsey will be able to just lock him down completely, because the reason why I say that is Adams actually travels. Ramsey doesn't. Ramsey just stay on his side of the field and just call it a day. Because
He may shadow.
see,
And
but
I know Rams don't play that way, but
not only that. So Ramsey is like a long distance kind of a corner where, you know what I mean, down the field kind of a
deep
corner.
ball, he knows how to
But
play.
Adams play every position. Like he will go into the slot and all that stuff, and Ramsey's not going to go there. So Adams is still going to get his if you're playing DFS. Don't shy away from Adams. Metcalf got 2 touchdowns last week. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean, he can be beat.
Can be beat. Yep.
And what they did with Metcalf last week was to move him from
Around the
Ramsey.
field.
Just keep what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing. If you can keep Adams in motion and just put him in different position, I think he'll
Basically.
yeah.
But I think it's going to be a close game.
I don't think it's going to be a close game.
I think it's going to be a close game because
Well, how do you think the defense is going to handle?
that's what I was going to say, because Seahawks defense and Packers defense are not much different.
Yeah.
And Rams do a lot of schemes. I think that Akers is going to get his. Woods is going to get his. They're going to be able to score against the Packers.
You got to remember, like, Goff is playing with a bum thumb.
Yeah, but
and
it's
it's a
not
cold-
going up against a
The only way
great
it
He
defense.
did pretty well last week.
Yeah,
with that bum thumb, man.
and he's not playing against a great defense whatsoever.
But
He's not.
Aaron Rodgers, like most of those players don't
Yeah, they're
play.
going to.
No, most of those players don't play in snow. They don't play in that kind of a weather. It's going to be a snow game.
Oh, it's going to be a snow game?
It's going to be a snow game. That's Aaron Rodgers kind of a game.
Yeah, that's a Packers win.
I think Packers are going to win.
No,
But I think that
Packers are going to win by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to be cold, bro.
Because
that's
even
the
the
case-
corner, one of the corners from the Rams is saying that White, that's I think he's a slot corner. He was saying that, we don't really play in the cold like that.
I don't remember a team they played that was.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna affect them. It's like once my hand can move and my foot can move, and I take my mind off the cold, I should be fine.
And that's probably what's going to hurt Goff too. Being in the cold in that negative degree with your messed up
with
thumb.
a messed up thumb, that's gonna hurt because the ball is harder. You can't
you
squeeze the
say
ball.
they beat them more than 13
More than a
points?
touchdown.
Yeah,
No,
two
more than a
touchdowns.
touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
You think 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, I think 2 touchdowns.
You want to bet 20 on it?
Yeah, I always want to bet. All right, go. Drop that.
That Packers
$20.
beat them
by
by
2
more.
touchdowns. Oh, my bad. my bad.
These
Yeah, my hand
dudes
got
are like,
caught.
Jesus Christ. Like, dang.
20 on it.
All right.
I think Packers win, but not by 2 touchdowns.
I think they get about
That
2
their,
touchdowns.
their defense is actually pretty good.
All right.
So,
all right. So AFC game, Ravens versus the Bills. This is the game that I really want to see.
Yeah.
this is going to be the most
Saturday
high scoring
night.
game
Top
on the
offense
slate.
against the top defense.
Yeah.
And Ravens should be able to put up points on Bills easily.
I don't know about easily.
Yes.
Of course, everybody put up points
Points
on
on
the Ravens.
Bills.
On the Bills, I
Bills,
should say.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ravens, though.
Colts
who?
put up
Hollywood
20.
Brown?
Colts put up 24 points. If Colts could put up 24 points, Ravens could put up 24.
This is how
Hollywood Brown?
This is how I think the Bills should play this game. Let them pass the ball, stack the box, hold on Dobbins, hold on Jackson. Let them beat you by passing the ball. Let Jackson beat you by and they can't beat you.
by passing the ball.
And then
But
just
ain't gonna be
double.
Hollywood.
Just have a good, double. You don't even have
yeah,
to double.
but this is going to be a very tough game for Diggs, though.
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Against
definitely
Peters
no.
and these
and
guys.
Yeah,
Humphreys.
no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely going to be a tough game for Diggs.
If there's a team
But-
that could beat them, the Ravens could beat them. I
Yeah.
don't know what the. I'm assuming that Vegas has Bills as the favorite,
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I would take whatever the I would take the underdogs in this.
yeah. All right,
Not to win, but I would take that plus.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
cool.
the Ravens in this one. To be honest with you, I actually want the Ravens to win this. I don't want Bills to go any further because they're in our division.
Bills are better than you guys.
I know, but they're in our division. I don't want them to go any further though.
But they're better than you. They beat you.
I'm not.
56
See, I'm not.
to
Did
26.
I say anything like that? I just
They
said I
beat you
don't want them
56
to
to
win.
26. They're clearly better.
I just said I don't want them to win. I didn't say
Beat
they
the
were better
dog
than us
life
or not.
out of you guys.
Yo, so we got Browns and Chiefs.
You done talking about the Bills?
Yeah, I mean, ain't got nothing else to
Who
talk
you guys
about.
picked to win?
Ravens.
Ravens for me too.
Jesus.
You going Bills?
No. I'm actually. That's a tough game to choose.
It is a tough game.
It's a
I think
very
this
tough game
is
to
gonna be
choose.
my favorite
It's
game of the
Ravens
slate.
game, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be my favorite
And
game.
It's going to be
it's a
Josh Allen's
8-15.
toughest challenge in his career.
Yeah,
I'm going
I can
Ravens.
see that.
I got Ravens.
I got Ravens.
I got
Okay.
Ravens on that. Then we got the Browns and the Chiefs, man. We got two wide receivers that are saying the other team's going to win, man. Claypool saying Chiefs are going to run them over.
Chiefs are gonna beat
OBJ
that.
say Browns is going to run them over.
OBJ plays for the Browns.
Yeah, so
And
he
trust
has
me, they
incentive.
need him this week.
Oh my God, they do. If they ever do, like, I think the Chiefs is gonna win this game. Surprisingly,
Surprisingly?
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you how confident I am that Chiefs gonna win. So we could put together an offense, go out there, and a defense, and go out there and play just for the first quarter, and they'll probably put up like 28 points on us, and then the Chiefs come in.
And then they'll just roll them out.
Yeah, the Chiefs will win.
Gotcha.
They'll bring it back. They'll score like
Yeah.
30 or 40.
I don't see how the Browns are going to handle the Chiefs, man.
No, it's
In
not
all,
possible.
in all aspects. Like, I don't,
It's not possible.
yeah.
It's actually the easiest game to pick
Hey
on the
man,
slate.
everybody picked against the Browns last week. I don't remember seeing anywhere
Are you saying that
anybody
the Browns stand a
picked.
chance?
I'm just saying, hey, it's football, so anything can happen. I'm gonna give them that credit. But I think the Chiefs gonna win.
Listen, hold
But
on.
I don't think it's
I
as
say
easy as you guys are making it.
I think
making it out
Chiefs
to be.
by 2 touchdowns.
Listen,
Because
I thought the
you
Browns
say
were
the
going
Chiefs
to
by 2
lose.
touchdowns.
Yes.
I knew the Browns were going to lose last week, right?
You-
I just felt that
You knew the Browns was gonna lose last
I
week.
knew the Browns were going to lose. They should have lost. No, what I'm saying.
No, but Pittsburgh has had
it's in
issues
Pittsburgh.
the last 4, 5, 6 weeks,
True. But the thing I'm looking at is
and they
what I
barely
looked
beat
at,
them with their starter without
their quarterback. Well, they didn't have their quarterback starting, and that's where, or their running back, I believe. But that's where you
Their running back
assume.
hasn't done anything.
And true, but that's what you assumed, right? For the last week, they played the week 17. You took Ben out. You're not starting your top players. Juju was still playing, but you're not starting those guys. You're just like, oh, all you got to do is look at what these guys are doing. Be ready for them. You're gonna play them next week. Don't know why you decided on that, anyways, because you should have went up on them, and Dolphins would have been in the playoffs, and then we would have murdered Pittsburgh and called it a day. Then it would have been a Pittsburgh and the Bills game. It would have been the Miami and the Bills game, and then the Bills would have lost against Miami that week. But anyhow.
How did we get down this road? What?
Anyhow, right?
Dude, the Dolphins suck,
hold on,
dude.
Let me get to
They're
the
not
point.
in the playoffs. They lost 56 to is it 50 something to 20?
Listen,
They lost by like 30
let's get
points,
back on
dude.
track,
Stop
though.
it.
Let's get back on track. So what I'm saying is that
They're looking
I
forward to next
assumed
season.
that Steelers was going to win this game, but to see them like, okay, yeah, I probably even see that they were going to compete against each other, right?
Right.
I thought it was going to be a good game. And it ended up being a good game towards the fourth quarter, third quarter, whatever. But to see the Browns beating them by 28-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, but
it's all mistakes, though. It's
all
not
mistakes.
necessarily like it was all mistakes by Ben and
But it would have gone
a lot of drops and stuff like
if they
that.
were actually playing
And
well, it
it's
would have went
not
well.
being also ready. That mentality that you're going to come in and stomp
over
these
them
guys.
because I didn't start my starters the week before and we
Exactly.
almost won.
We almost won,
And so
exactly.
yeah, like this is not something that we want to train for. And
Exactly.
they play
the
down to their
talks and all
competition,
that.
and
Yeah.
that's what it is. And I don't think Chiefs is gonna make that mistake.
Not that team.
Huh?
Not that team.
I don't think the Chiefs.
Even if the Chiefs make that mistake, they're good enough to just come back and just
Yeah, because
They did it
Andy
all
Reid
of
can
last
make those
year.
adjustments.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? That's the thing I like about Andy Reid. Andy Reid can make
Chiefs
those
is gonna win that
adjustments.
game. Chiefs is gonna
Yeah,
win that
I
game.
agree.
I think
I say
Bucks
by
and
2
Saints.
touchdowns. No
Two
one want to.
touchdowns.
No one want to say. You don't want to take that 2
Nah,
touchdowns.
I'm not taking
okay,
that touchdown.
Okay.
That's
Bucks
two
and
touchdowns.
Saints. Let's see where you are with this one.
That's your team.
That's my team.
Barely got through Washington.
They actually barely got through Washington. And Saints defense looked really good this weekend.
Saints defense is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Brady has
a problem.
A problem.
a challenge this week.
A real
really
challenge.
good challenge.
A real good challenge.
But defensively, Tampa has a good defense. It's going to be a low scoring game. Whoever wins this one, I Don't know who's going to win, but whoever wins, I say no more than the touchdown.
Yeah, they deserve that win. But it's Brady versus
Saints. Brady versus Breeze.
Brady versus
Breeze. Tyson
I'll
Hill,
take-
Kareem. I mean, not Kareem.
You want to say crab legs? Listen to this dude, man. Call the dude by his name, James Winston, man.
If Saints win, Michael Thomas is going to be the reason why.
Yep.
No,
And-
if Saints win, it's not going to be Michael Thomas.
It's the only way to beat the Bucks.
It's by passing.
Is by passing.
They can't run against you.
You can't run against
Listen,
the Bucks.
Kamara-
They have the number one run defense.
What I'm saying is that you can pass the ball to Kamara too.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's passing down the field. That front line,
Yeah, it's tough.
it's tough.
yeah.
Very tough.
To win, to beat the Tampa Bay and how they've lost multiple games this year is by passing down the field. Their corners are not that great. And I think Thomas is going to be like old Thomas of 2019. You're going to see Thomas, probably have like 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Watch it.
You can only hope. You can only hope.
Who do you guys pick?
Bucks.
Oof.
I say Bucks.
I say Bucks, and it's going to be a tight game. 3 points.
I want to say Bucks, but I'll be contrarian and just go Saints. All right? I'm going to go Saints.
Say Bucks. How many?
I'm going to go
I
Saints.
say no more than a touchdown.
And it's the same way on
Yeah,
my
3
side.
points.
So I'm going to go
no,
Saints.
no bets for you?
Nah, no bets. I'm just going to go
Yo,
Saints.
you the most betting person I know. You never bet, bro. What's going on?
What do you mean? I'm not ready to bet yet. Like I'm a bet. Don't worry. I'm a
You
bet.
bet more than you, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Scared money
And
don't
that's
make
it.
money.
Yeah.
You invented that.
Yeah. This dude.
You took the scared money don't make money too far in Dynasty over there with the 40-something transactions.
Dynasty slapped him there. He was like, ugh, I'm scared now.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Oh, so
In the
man,
words of Myth.
what was Myth? What was
Yeah,
Myth?
Myth is like, you guys taking the scared money
yeah,
don't
that's
make
right,
money
yeah.
too far.
Myth had like 1 transaction fee. Yo, so
Hey,
we
some people
got
had 50.
second quarter in, man. So we want to bring in top 10 fantasy football players for 2021, right?
Oh, we're gonna
Early.
do the first round.
Top
We're gonna
10 or
first
top
top 12. Top 12.
Top 12. My
Yeah,
bad.
we're
Top
gonna
12,
we're gonna
that's right.
go. So what we're gonna
12
do
to
is like
6 and
first
6
round.
to 1?
First
12 to
round.
6.
Yeah, if we should
Or
draft
12.
today and everybody was healthy, what would be your top 12 players in the first, like your first round players, and in what order? So we're gonna start from 12 to
12
6.
12 to 7.
12 to
12 to 7, 12 to 7, and
And
6 to
12
1.
6 to
Yeah.
1.
So, who want to go first, man? You want to go first, PJ?
I'll rock out. Coming in at number 12 for me, man, I actually have, it's my only tie because I couldn't choose between them. We just talked about him, Michael Thomas and Tyreek Hill. The reason why I choose them both at number 12 is that Tyreek Hill, for the past 3 seasons, he's going to single-handedly out of the 16 weeks, possibly with 3, single-handedly win you your fantasy game. He has big play capabilities. Not a lot of people in the NFL has that. The only thing is he's a guy that averages 8 to 9 targets a game. So he's going to have some duds for you, but he's going to give you those 3 games that he breaks out for 50 plus fantasy points. The continuity is there, obviously, because he's going to be there next year. So he comes in at my number 12. I tie him with Michael Thomas because I think Michael Thomas deserves to be in that top 12. You look around and you see a lot of people have him out of there, but we don't know what's going to happen with that Drew Brees situation. But Thomas is a really good wide receiver. I know Taysom Hill didn't feature him a lot. I don't think Taysom Hill is their future. I don't know if Winston is
their
either.
future? Yeah.
But Thomas is overall, I think, quarterback proof. So I got him as, Tyreek Hill and Michael Thomas as my number 12.
All right.
You can't choose both of them as your number 12, but
I did.
okay.
did.
That's what we're doing now.
All right. For me, man,
It's my only where I have 2. That's the only one.
All right.
for me, no, I don't have Michael Thomas as my number 12. Matter of fact, I don't have him ranked
In your top 12?
in my top 12 at all.
Why do you always do this? Every time, bro.
Because all right, so let's look at the dynamic of this, right? Who's going to be the quarterback?
No.
I said
No.
that. I
No.
don't know who's going to be. I
Right,
said
and
that.
that's my killer part. Like, so if it's Taysom Hill, he's not going to get it. No, we don't think it's going to be Jameis Winston.
If it's Jameis Winston, he's going to get it.
Right, but I don't think it's going to be Jameis Winston. Why would they?
That's why I said that I don't think Taysom Hill will last.
Right, and that means they're going to bring in somebody new. And I don't know who that new person is because right now I'm looking at the quarterback that's going to be in free agency, and there's not anybody that's impressive.
If Michael Thomas falls to you at number 20, you're not taking him?
Number 20, yeah. Like it
falls
and that's in the second round. That's late second.
That's second round. But I'm not taking him in the first. Like for me.
Who's your 12?
All right, for 12, let me get to my screen here, buddy. I have Jonathan Taylor as my number 12.
I actually have him higher, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a little higher on him.
I have Jonathan Taylor as my number 12.
Can't wait to hear your top 11.
Dude is ready. Yo, so for 12, man, I kind of had a scenario like you. So, but I actually had James Robinson. I like James at 12. I actually like San Diego's running back at 12 too, Eckler. Yeah. And it was kind of like a toss up, like 12 and 13 for me, right? But I do like James there. For his rookie season, man, he put up excellent numbers. As you know, you had him. Problem is will Jags try to find a different back to complement him, right? And then you have the new quarterback, which is a benefit for him too, because having that new quarterback, if it's Fields, they are probably going to try him not to have him running the ball as much. James Robinson is going to have to be that anchor, just like we thought a lot of other running backs that were coming in, like Cam Akers was coming in. We thought he was going to be that anchor, but it ended up being like a two backfield until later on. So I got James Robinson there. I think Eckler is going to kind of be the same scenario in San Diego. And obviously he's a receiving back too, so it benefits him. But sometimes they're going to have that two running backfield that's going on in San Diego. But I got James as 12.
Okay.
Who do you have as 11?
11, I got Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was a beast this year, man. As much people expected. 9 rushing touchdowns, 5.5 yards per carry, and he was 4th in rushing yards. And he's not on the team where he's a focal point of the offense. So I think next year he was 10th in carries, still getting a lot of targets, 61 targets. So he passes and he runs and catches. He's in a durable system. I think they're going to, with the whole Green Bay situation, I think they're going to fall short. And they're going to realize, listen, we have a year or two left of Aaron Rodgers. Let's get him that weapon, possibly that Allen Robinson or Juju. I think Juju would thrive out there. And I think that's going to make Aaron Jones even more efficient.
Here's a killer about Aaron Jones, though. He's a free agent.
That's the problem.
I think
they resign him. If he resigns,
they got to resign him.
They don't have to.
They have Dylan.
They got Dylan. They got Williams.
They drafted Dylan last year.
And they drafted a quarterback.
And Dylan is like a big, durable Derrick Henry type back.
They're clearing
what I'm
up.
saying?
They're about to
clear
up
I
cap
think
space.
Aaron fits their scheme and their system.
But when he was out, and just when they were coming down to the final couple of games, and Dylan was in, Dylan did his thing just the same. Yeah. So don't be surprised if he's not on the squad. They don't want to pay anybody, and that's why they drafted Dylan a year early.
Never play anybody.
Yeah, but they're going to have to pay. They're not good enough to beat the Chiefs, and that's who we all think are the Super Bowl favorites, right? They're not. Their offense is not prolific enough to beat the Chiefs, and their defense is not that good. So they're going to have to build something or keep something.
But if you look at it like this,
I'm not going to pay Aaron Jones for
Aaron Jones when you have Dylan that can do the same thing. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Aaron Jones is just a 1-year guy, only because of Rodgers.
Right.
Who only
So
has 2 more years.
they let Aaron Jones walk, and then they can sign that wide receiver,
If Aaron
and then
Jones
they can
goes to Dolphins, who needs a running back.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying they can sign, but that would give them the opportunity to sign that wide receiver,
like Allen Robinson.
Right, exactly. Okay. So I think that's the dynamic that they're looking for. But if he does stay, I agree with you. He's in the top 12 because I have him ranked in the top 12 with the caveat that if he stays, only if he stays. But if he's not, if he doesn't stay, really and truly the offensive line that I would want him to be behind, they all have players, and you know what I mean. So I think he's going to be like a round 2 guy.
Who do you got as 11?
For 11, man, I have Stephon Diggs at 11. I have Stephon Diggs at 11. Reason being, I'm looking at the division that they're in, who they're going to play the most. And those two teams that are on the top, I'm not talking about the Jets. So those two teams that are there, the Patriots was embarrassed this year. And I know how Belichick thinks he's going to beef up that defense. And he's going to get that defense back to how it was. Same thing. Dolphins is working on that defense. The defense is actually pretty good in the secondary. They need to beef up that line. And if they can stop the run, I think it's going to be a problem. If they have some pass rushers, if they draft some pass rushers in this year draft or sign some pass rushers in the offseason, it's going to be a problem. And if you have to play those teams 4 times out of the year, that's going to, you know what I mean? It's going to be significant impact to what you've been doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I piggyback on that too. I like Diggs at number 11. I actually had DK Metcalf. Metcalf doesn't have the target share like Adams and obviously Hill. But he's a young kid that he's getting that ball now. And you can see that
he's had too much duds for me though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I thought about putting him in there, but he's had too much duds.
That is an issue too, but I think he's a nice fit. That's why I said / Diggs. That'd be a perfect fit. But yeah, Metcalf should be in the top 12, but he may slip down to in the second round because of those duds that he had. But I think with the other receiver, not Baldwin because that's my boy, but the other receiver that's out there, Lockett.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett.
Lockett's steadily trying to slow down and may not even be a Seahawk in the future. And I think that ball's going to go up to DK a lot more.
Question.
The thing I'm scared of with DK, as PJ alluded to, is Pete Carroll came out and was like, hey, we want to run the ball more. That's our identity. Not passing the ball like we were doing at the beginning of the season, because that was exposing our defense. And if you notice in the second half of the year, they start running the ball a lot more. And that's where DK started getting a lot of duds.
Carson was out a lot too.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where you were seeing a lot of duds from them. So expect that to happen again, where Russ is not going to be passing the ball as much as he.
Do you think they need another running back?
No, I don't think they need another running back.
So. To piggyback off what Ren said too, remember that they were in nothing but shootouts for 16 weeks.
16 weeks because of the defense.
Because of the defense
after the bye week is when the defense started to play better.
So when it comes to volume, this is probably the best volume that you're going to see Metcalf get. So it's arguably that this is his best ceiling.
Yep.
And what do you have at 11 or 10? 10.
Gotta go with my boy Travis Kelsey, man. I know the guy across the table is going to feel some type of way.
He's not even in my top 12.
I know he's not in your top 12. He'll never
Probably
be.
not even top 30.
Never draft Travis Kelsey in my first round.
I know you'll never draft him in your first round, but guess what? I'll tell you something though. With what's going on,
every player that I'm going to name right now, tell me that you were going to draft him over. You would have drafted Kelsey over them.
I guarantee you, I'll draft.
All right, you're going to hear them.
I guarantee you.
You're going to hear them.
So Travis Kelsey, let me tell you why he deserves to be in the top 12. Not just because he doesn't miss games. He doesn't miss games.
Yeah, just doesn't.
And
he's there.
in the world that we live in, the new world where COVID is a thing. And injuries is a thing, and Galladay can't get right, and everybody's just hurt and can't practice because of COVID. This guy is the most durable thing I've seen since. What's durable in this world?
Can I say something? No player, no player is durable, man.
Listen, he's been the number one. He's been the number one tight end in the NFL for the last 4 years.
You had the same argument with CMC last year.
Hey, no.
You had the same exact argument with CMC. With that trash talk.
But you had the same.
Aside, but you had the same argument about saying that, hey, C-Mac is the most durable running back out there.
I never said he was the most durable.
No, you didn't say that.
I never said he was the most durable.
Dude,
he never said that.
The dude never get injured. This is your same argument. He was like, yo.
I never said he was the most durable.
He never said that. He never said it was more durable.
At the end of the day, though, Travis Kelsey gives you consistent numbers. The most consistent thing on the Chiefs offense, which is the most prolific offense I think we've ever seen in football, is Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelsey.
Would you say Travis Kelsey is the most consistent player in the top 12?
I know you kind of feel that way. And I would say...
No?
No.
I wouldn't say he's the most consistent player.
No.
This is what Adams did?
Okay. I know. I thought of Adams, right? But the problem is
I
that
got
Adams misses games.
Adams misses
He
games,
misses games, right?
Hey, listen.
And you're not
no,
factoring that in.
No. This is what I'm factoring. I'm factoring injury for every player. It takes
Okay,
one play.
but you're not
No.
factoring. But that's not being fair, though.
Wait, why is it not
That's
being
not being
fair?
fair.
Because he hasn't been injured.
He hasn't been injured, Ren.
Hey, that's what you said about C-Mac last year, and what I promise you. I say, yo, watch what's gonna happen this year.
So you're basing it
no,
on the
I'm
fact
telling
that
you, I'm
he's gonna get
factoring.
injured
I'm
next year.
factoring. Hey, to Kelsey for not getting injured this year.
But he's going to get injured.
He hasn't been injured
Everybody-
in 4 years.
Everybody gets injured.
Yes.
I yet to.
Well, LeBron James doesn't get injured.
You heard?
LeBron James doesn't
What
get
are you
injured.
Well, he
talking
did.
about?
He
He
got
was
injured last year. His ankle injury.
and the year before that. Like, what are you talking
It
about?
wasn't really
Every
injured.
player gets injured.
I'm talking about injured where you miss multiple games. Devontae
did.
Adams had the
He did miss
Devontae
multiple
Adams
games.
had the turf toe. Was not last
Every
year, the
player-
year before that.
every player
and he
in the
missed
NFL.
at least 3
Every-
games last
Ocho
year.
Cinco with his trash. Listen, every player
At
in the
the end
NFL,
of the day,
every
though,
player.
at the end of the day, availability is the best ability.
Right.
And he's always been available. And when he's available, he produces.
I'm not saying the dude
He
doesn't
produces.
produce.
Outside of Devontae Adams and Diggs this year and Metcalf, which other wide receiver outproduced Kelsey? I'm
Wait,
waiting.
say, out of what?
Out of the 3 that I just named.
I didn't hear him.
Diggs, Metcalf, and Devontae Adams.
Tyreek Hill outperformed Kelsey. What are you talking about?
He
In
did.
points, in fantasy points. What are you talking
yes.
about, bro? Yo, it may
Okay,
not be
he did.
consistent. We're talking
But
about
Tyreek hasn't been. We're
He
talking
hasn't
about
been
consistency.
consistent though, bro.
So consistency doesn't necessarily like consistency is great in fantasy football, but some days you just need that. You need that big play. Hence, you flying back from Texas and realize like, holy crap! I just got whooped by somebody that's went
Kelsey,
off.
let me read Kelsey's 2020 numbers, guys.
Yo, go ahead and read Kelsey's
139
numbers,
targets,
so we can get this man number 10.
105 receptions, 1,416 receiving yards, and 11 touchdowns. So out of the 16 weeks, 11 weeks he's getting a touchdown for you people.
Hey,
What's your
That's all
number
I
10?
got to say.
Because he's not going to get off. He's not going to.
You will never get me a believer to draft Kelsey in the first round.
He's never going to
because
draft him.
you're stuck on him. You're looking at his position.
I'm looking
the
at
fact
his.
of the matter is,
He's looking at
Nah,
durability
I'm-
and position.
I'm looking at his position. I'm looking at big playability. I'm looking at a lot of things, bro.
okay, but when you come to the red zone,
No.
Pat Mahomes is looking at Kelsey in the red zone every time.
Every
But
time.
he's
And
not
you
the
know-
most targeted player in the red zone, though. Like compared to the entire
Who is?
NFL.
Who is?
Who is?
What, the most targeted player in the red zone?
Oh, you talking
Waller
about in the
get more
NFL.
targets in the red zone
This
more than him.
one year. This
that was
one
just
year.
1 year.
No,
This is
last
1
year
year.
too. Waller had more.
Yeah,
what
last
are
year
you
too.
talking about,
Last
bro?
year too. Last year
Okay.
too.
What
Waller
is-
had
but
more.
he
man.
still
That's why-
got.
that's why we
Here's
wanted
your
to get
facts.
that right.
Okay,
Get your facts
okay.
right, man.
So Waller got more,
why
but
we
he
wanted
was
to get
number
him to
one in
listen,
tight end
let's not-
touchdowns.
let's not-
He was number one in touchdowns, more than Waller was. Waller did not
Yo,
have.
who's your
Pull this
number
up.
10, dog? Who's your number 10, yo? Everyone's not letting that go, yo.
Yo, my number 10 is Aaron Jones. My number 10 is Aaron Jones. If he stays on the Packers, I think, and durable. But if he stays on the Packers, I think it's a great opportunity, especially if they get that second wide receiver. That would even open up more lanes for Aaron Jones because he is a ridiculous running back through those lanes. If they let him go though, Aaron Jones is not even in my top 10. That's how I
Top
look at it.
12.
Top 12.
Yeah.
Depending on what team he goes to. My number 10 is Jonathan Taylor, just like you guys stated already. Dominated the second half of 2020. He was the 6th best back over the last 7 weeks, despite missing a game. Only problem he has is Nyheim Hines.
And that's a huge
only
problem,
problem
man.
he got is Nyheim Hines,
That
yo.
is a huge problem when it comes to those guys.
So,
man.
I mean, I
I just
want to
need-
get him, but it's like,
And that's what I don't
Nyheim
like
Hines
about like these NFL teams nowadays. Like, why not just get that one? You can see, like, all right, check out Jonathan Taylor, check out Swift, check
Nick
out Chubb, check out Chubb.
Kenny and Drake.
Yo, if you give these guys like repetitive play and enough carries, they're gonna perform, and you're gonna see that they're
What's the
The
crazy
whole,
part?
the
Chubb
whole
is-
Ravens running backs.
right,
Yeah.
like
They know the ball going.
Singletary and what's this other dude?
Single
and
heel?
Moss.
And
Single
Moss.
Like, no, I'm saying just give these
Moss.
guys. No, give these guys consistent
opportunity.
touches. And I'm telling you, give them like 20 touches in the game. These guys perform like you've never seen
They
before.
get into a groove.
They
Yeah,
get
they
into a
that
groove, and then that's when you can actually do that play action that Tannehill does. with Derrick Henry. Because what? You don't like they're expecting Derrick Henry to run the ball, right? So what you're gonna do? You're gonna jump on the run, and that's how Tannehill is able to kill them. There's a lot of better quarterbacks out there than Tannehill, and if they have the opportunity to do these play action, I'm telling you, dude, like a lot of these quarterbacks will put up better numbers. A lot of these running backs will put up better numbers, and the offense will be better. Like I don't understand this. Like this trick play. Hey, let me bring this guy in. Let me bring that guy in.
I just don't like the Tyson Hill thing. Who do you have as number 9?
Quick thing though, back to this Waller and Travis Kelsey thing.
Jesus Christ.
Waller had 2 more receptions than Kelsey did. He had 250 less yards than Kelsey.
Oh shit.
And he had 2 touchdowns less than Kelsey. Kelsey was obviously the better tight end.
You good? I hope you
yes,
pick
I
up
did.
Kelsey this year,
Wait. Did I say Waller was a better tight end, dude?
I know you didn't, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, so I had to get my point across on Travis Kelsey. Number 9. This was clearly out of just respect for this dude. I think he should have a bounce back year. He better have a bounce back year if he knows what's good for him. And that's your boy, Double E, Ezekiel Elliott.
I got him in my top 12.
I don't. I know you wouldn't. I know you.
I got him in my top 12.
I don't.
I
either.
think that he
the dude looks slow, man.
Looks slow.
It looks slow. I understand Dak wasn't there, but he just didn't look like himself. So
like he been starving.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a problem with the organization and the pressure with them being the Cowboys, America's team, the whole 9 yards. They have to figure it out.
I noticed,
one way or another.
So
he's a focal point.
One of the things that I noticed with running backs, they're as good as their line. I'm really realizing that like running backs, no matter how talented they are, they're as good as their line. Because when in the offseason and their center, was it their center that retired from Cowboys?
Center
and
retired,
you saw what that did, right? You saw what that did. The line got injuries, and because of that, the dude didn't perform. Like you know what I'm saying?
Even then, it was Dak. It was when Dak got hurt.
When Dak got hurt, that's when the performance fell off.
Because even then, it was like the threat was that Dak was throwing the ball a lot.
Right,
so a lot of space
they
to
can
run the ball.
They can stop the box and stop him, and that's the thing,
and
man.
They stacked the box on him, and then the offensive line wasn't able to handle.
And
that.
in my opinion, you keep Dak. Keep Dak.
Oh, you let Zeke go. If you can keep all of them, go ahead and keep them. But I'd rather keep Dak than let Zeke go.
I'll trade Cooper.
Yeah.
They paid way too much money.
See, the thing, but didn't they just sign Cooper though?
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing.
They trade him.
Yeah, but if they trade him, that means that team would have to take that contract, and nobody's not liking that contract based on what Cooper just did. Cooper didn't do much.
That was his problem. He signed him and then ended up getting another receiver and CD Lamb.
Cooper didn't do that great, man.
So if Aaron Jones doesn't get signed,
if Aaron Jones doesn't get signed
Cooper
back,
goes to there and. Hey,
Go
Cooper
where?
looks like a genius.
Yeah, because the focal wouldn't be on Cooper. And
It
I
wouldn't be on
don't
Cooper.
think he wants that.
And he's really a Robin when you think about it.
He really doesn't want that spotlight. So I think that could be successful for.
You got his 9. You got his 9.
That was just my 9.
Oh, sorry.
Zeke.
Zeke was your 9. Who's your 9?
All right, let's see. Do I have a 9?
I don't have a 9. You just skip 9?
No, I have
auto drafted.
Nah. Pretty much, right? I have Austin Eckler as my 9. The reason being, it's a way better offense now. They have a quarterback. If the dudes stay healthy, every time the dude is in the game, he's electric.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He's electric, and everybody that was behind him that they were saying that, hey, they're gonna cut into his time and all that stuff, the love and all that. Look, all of them, they just no, you're not playing. And they start giving Eckler the ball. They start trusting Eckler, and Eckler was producing. And if the dude can, do it for a season, now that he has a quarterback that can pass down the field, so you have to respect the pass, I think he's going to have a really, really good year coming up.
Yeah, I like that pick. Like I said, I had him at 12. We kind of beat this one down with my number 9, which is Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Great season, good season. Like I said, it's the receiving touches that he's lacking. But he's going to be a free agent, like we just broke down.
Yep.
And then with being in that offense, he'll be scary, but he may not even be there anymore. So I'm predicting, 9 right now if he stays in Green Bay, but he may be out, and at that point it all depends on what offense he goes to. Honestly, if he's in the Dolphins, I still have him at 9. But he may go to Chicago or something that's weird and off, and you may have to get him in the second round.
Okay.
What about your 8?
Yeah, 8, man.
8. I think Ren mentioned him. Stephon Diggs. I got him high, a little higher than Ren at 8 because first in targets, first in receptions, 127, and first in receiving yards, 1,535. I don't believe that he's going to replicate these identical numbers. I don't think he's going to be the number 1 receiver in football next year, but I don't think he's going to be far off. One thing I learned about Diggs is, and this is what separates kind of what I was alluding to about talent. So when you get to the pro level, the talent is splitting hairs amongst players, right?
Yep.
So what separates you is your mental. And what I learned about Diggs this year is that, and just listening to him talk, on different platforms, is he's mentally focused. He mentally wants to be great. He mentally wants to be an elite player. He's going to take the game serious. And I think he proved that by going to a system where he could be the guy, and he was the guy. No one predicted or saw this coming. So, no, I don't think he's going to be necessarily the number 1 wide receiver, but he may be the number 4 or the number 5.
Right.
I think he has a great rapport with Josh Allen, and I think that's going to
Very
continue.
unexpected this year.
Very unexpected. So, I think he's going to be continue being a beast. He always had what they call sticky hands. Guy's a beast, man.
There. What do you got, number 8?
Number 8 for me, I got Nick Chubb at my number 8. I think they need to stop this. Don't get me wrong. Kareem Hunt is talented as hell. Like, you know what I mean? It's a talented running back. If he's on the right team, the dude could be, the old Kareem Hunt from, that we knew back from Kansas City. But with that said, Nick Chubb has proven that he can still produce, even though Hunt is taking significant chop out of his role. But the reason why I have him so low is because it's a two-headed monster. If it was just him, Chubb would have been higher in my ranking. But because Kareem Hunt is still there, I have to just put him.
I don't think that's gonna go.
And that's why I couldn't put Nick Chubb in there, because Kareem Hunt had 841 rushing yards.
Yeah, but he was
and
out.
He's a receiving threat too.
He was out for
He's
4 games.
He was
a receiving threat too.
Set. Yeah. I just don't like that too. We were talking about it this weekend where Nick Chubb had a touchdown. I think it was and then you bench him.
And you bench him and then put Kareem Hunt in it.
And Kareem Hunt had too.
Yeah, so it's like I can't. Me as a
DFS.
fantasy owner, I just turn off I want to break something at that point.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
when you see,
Yeah.
especially I've seen on a few occasions where Nick Chubb will run the ball all the way down and then they put Kareem Hunt
Then
and
Kareem
Kareem Hunt
Hunt
get the
gets
touchdown.
touchdown.
Hey, I know one thing. Kareem, if that ball gets down to the 8 or 7 yard line, even pushing that 10 in the red zone, Kareem Hunt's getting that ball
Yeah.
twice between that time.
I mean,
He's getting that
all this is gonna blow up until after
what? After the Chiefs loss?
No, after the draft and the free agency, because I really want to see where these players go.
Yeah.
And now that they're gonna have an off season, oh man, it's gonna be great.
Be dope.
It's gonna be good.
My number 8, we guys already talked about him, man, Tyreek Hill. He's explosive. Top player.
So you got
On
him
the
higher than.
Yeah. I got
Did
a
you
number 8.
have Tyreek at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you have as your number 7?
Someone mentioned him earlier. I have Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is what everyone thought Clyde Hilaire-Edwards was gonna be this year.
Not me.
Yeah, not us, not us. Jonathan Taylor had
I wonder
average.
if those dudes would rank
Yeah,
Clyde.
actually, that is good.
Clyde up top.
They never mentioned Jonathan Taylor whatsoever. He's running behind, to your point, running behind the best offensive line in football.
And we all knew that.
Exactly. And hence he averaged 5 yards a carry. And he's big enough to punch it in on the red zone. He's not a little back. He's not Tariq Cohen Jr.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jonathan Taylor, I think, is going to build on. We don't know who's going to be the quarterback next year. So I think he's a focal point of that team, a focal point of the offense. I think he's going into his second year our running backs normally get better and look better. So he was third in rushing yards, had 11 touchdowns, eighth in carries, and like I said, 5 carries, 5 yards per carry, which is amazing. So I think he's just going to build upon that, and he's going to be a beast next year.
All right, cool. That was your number 7?
Yeah.
All right, my number 7 is Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I already cover him. Not going to go too much in depth for him. Just as PJ said before, one of the best offense in football. So, and the only thing I don't like with Tyreek Hill is streaky, but when the streak hits, man, it hits.
And he's going to win you 2 games.
He's going to win it 2 or 3 games. Single-handedly.
Yeah. He's going to get you that 60 points.
Single-handedly. And that week, you can just the moment you see him go off, you just put your phone down because you know you're not losing.
You're not losing. Yeah.
So,
you can watch a movie afterwards.
So
Feel good.
what's your 7, man?
My 7 is I don't even want to bring up this name because if I bring him up, it's going to be a long conversation.
Go ahead.
Kelsey.
All right, so we're gonna go into halftime.
You actually have Kelsey ranked higher than I do.
Yep. Yeah, Kelsey.
Y'all stay on that. See, I still haven't lost yet. I still haven't lost yet in regards to when I tell you guys,
fantasy
don't do it.
MVP this season.
It's gonna be.
I mean,
fantasy MVP was who?
I was Travis Kelsey this season, man. Are you really giving it to anybody else other than Travis Kelsey this season?
Stephon Diggs. What are you talking about, bro?
There's a lot of people. Devontae
Adams and Stephon Diggs, I will give him over them. The only thing I'll give you guys with Kelsey, he's a tight end and he's consistent. That's what I'll give you guys with.
Dude,
with
even
Kelsey.
if you cut
it's
his
because
product,
he's a tight end.
if you cut his production in half, he's still in the top 6 of tight ends right now. With his production cut,
I don't care about tight ends. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
That's the problem.
I don't care about tight ends
because you're looking at him as a tight end.
Yeah. You can't look at him as a tight end.
You
gotta look at that boy as a receiver right now.
Yeah, bro.
That is
Listen,
a receiver.
Halftime.
Yo, we got a halftime right now, man.
Let's run through
what we got? What do we want to talk about?
NBA.
NBA for sure. Where we starting?
NBA. Your boy
James Harden.
Yeah.
I do not
talk about. What's the trade?
What's the trade? What's the Harden trade? What went down?
Okay, so big trade happened yesterday. Rockets got Victor Oladipo, Kurucs, Dante Exum, 4 unprotected first round picks, mostly from Brooklyn and 1 from Milwaukee, and then another 4 unprotected first round pick swaps. All this for James Harden. Nets got James Harden. Pacers got Karis LeVert. This is my problem with the James Harden trade. You're giving up a lot to create a big 3 with one guy who one guy as in Kyrie Irving. We don't know what's going on with that situation.
Okay.
And then no guy there is a real leader.
None.
So you have Kyrie, you have James Harden, and you have Durant. None of them are really a leader. That's the problem. So the names sound good. You're going to score a lot of points, but are you going to win a championship? I'm not sold on that.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. So Kyrie needs the ball in his hand to play, right? To play and to create, right? James Harden needs the ball in his hand to play and to create. And then you have, he will back off a little bit. Durant will back off a little bit.
Yeah.
And because funny enough, man, how I look at this big 3 or this 3, dynamic, I look at it at Oklahoma. This is Oklahoma all over again. Never won anything.
Yeah, never won it. Yeah.
Because what's the difference between Westbrook and Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of player. It's the same kind of
Yeah.
player. So it's you right back to Oklahoma all over again. You're gonna make the playoff.
Because I didn't even think about it that way.
No, because it's James Harden. It is Kevin Durant. And then Kyrie just substitute for Russell Westbrook.
And
so
it's a lot
the
of
exact
egos.
same. So it's the same 3. It's the same dynamic that was in Oklahoma that never won anything. Yeah, they're gonna make the playoff. You get excited, but they'll never make it over that.
They got to, because man, after all
the only thing that's that will help them, they're playing in the East, which is softer. Yeah. But the East is getting stronger, though.
Yeah.
The East is getting stronger.
This is what I want to say too. There's rumors that the Kyrie is not even speaking that much. The conversations with him and the Nets have been very minimal. I know that they talked to Durant about the trade, and Durant wanted to happen, but did Kyrie want it to happen?
Well, they said that they wanted. They said that they talked to everybody. They said they talked to Kyrie too, and he supposedly wanted the trade to happen.
But the dude is not even
I don't
He's
know.
not even playing.
I have no idea what's going on with him. I have no idea.
I
But they
wouldn't
need
be
to get that
surprised.
together.
What the hell
next
is going
week-
on with NBA players? Like deadass. Like what's really going on with
I'll
them?
tell you what's really going on. You want to know what's
that
really
COVID?
going on? Because if you paid me $200 and something million and it's guaranteed money,
It's guaranteed
it's
money.
guaranteed money. Why you think I'm just going to? You're giving me all the power, and you said it the other day that it's going to change.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna change. I knew that was gonna change. Guaranteed money is like
You got to look at it as like, yo, I play to get this money.
Yeah.
Right? I'm playing my butt off to get this money. Now that I got this money, what am I really playing for?
And Kyrie's a champion.
And I'm a champion.
But isn't it where you don't play, you don't get paid?
I mean,
This league,
No, that's how it is.
but they've never
No.
went, they've never went that far.
you gotta understand, if you don't get paid if you don't play, that means if I don't actually play, I'm going to play in the games.
But he's not playing.
He's not playing.
That's
But
what I'm saying. Like
He's not playing.
Whatever the situation is, if
He's
it's a mental
healthy,
health
he's
situation,
healthy and everything. It's
He's
not
not
an
playing.
injury.
it's
And he's not
something.
playing.
It's something that's going on. But eventually, they're gonna have to look at it as like, okay, well, we're gonna let you slide for a couple more days because we want this team to build the championship right now. So we're not gonna fine you or anything like that. We just give you a couple more days. Then we're gonna be like, listen, I gave you a week. Come in now. Like we got.
I'm gonna compare this to the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, they had a leader in Stephen Curry. Durant came to a team. Durant is a guy that's very easy to get along with, both from a teammate perspective and also a player perspective. And I don't think that's the same situation with the Nets. That's why I don't think they're gonna be champions. Especially not this year.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing that with the NBA, man, is the whole COVID crap, man. Like they did such a great job with the bubble. When the players didn't want the bubble, now they said no bubble, and the amount of games that's being postponed per week is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I really think they're gonna have to shut down the NBA.
Their talks.
And what's crazy is like the sport that has the most contact in football, we weren't getting that many cases.
No. It went crazy.
What is crazy? Like I don't understand
Like
that.
it's
We're
crazy.
having
They only
more
have 15
cases.
players.
We're having more cases in the NBA than what the NFL was experiencing. The NFL has 53-man rosters. That is ridiculous to me. That is crazy to me. That means owner, coaches, and managers and everything for the NBA has no control over their teams. And the players does not respect the teams or respect the sport enough to like
Goes
not
back
put
to what you say about guaranteed money, though.
Yeah, because they're getting guaranteed money. See, NFL players realize like if I don't play, man, I can get cut and I won't get paid. So that guaranteed money is what they're sitting on, and just like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna go. My boy's having a party, I'm gonna go, and I'm not wearing a mask, and I'm just gonna do what I do.
Hey, just in too, man. Just hired Robert Salah from the 49ers, the defensive coordinator.
Defensive, yeah.
Yeah, just signed 5-year deal
For the coaching job, pretty
for
good.
the coaching job. Yeah, man.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Break news on this show too, man.
To Ren's
My
point,
bad. I didn't do it right too. Let me do it as Adam Schefter does it. Let me get my phone out. Yo, hold on. Give me a second.
to Ren's point, though, there is talks of shutting down for 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks for the NBA, and there is talks of potentially going back to a bubble. But I know you had a question for us.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys before we leave. In light of the Harden trade, what is in your time of watching basketball, what's the most impactful trade you've seen? He's still thinking. Go ahead, PJ.
Most
The one I have is what we kind of broke down and said, no, that wasn't a trade. It was a sign and trade.
Yeah, we don't really
situation.
consider those.
I was gonna say
LeBron James.
No. We're gonna go back day. I'm gonna say Shaq, going from Orlando to the LA Lakers.
to
Okay.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What about you?
Mine is Kawhi Leonard being traded from San Antonio to Toronto for 2 reasons. Because they're like, San Antonio is like the Patriots, and Greg Popovich is like Belichick. And for a player to look Greg in the face and be like, yo, F you, I'm out. You understand what I'm saying?
that's
The
pretty
way
cool.
he did it,
And then won a championship on
and
top.
then won a championship on top. To me, that's
Yeah,
prolific.
that was. I had 2 just in case one of y'all had one of mine. The 2 that I had was Kevin Garnett signing with the Celtics, like
Yes, that was one.
getting traded to the Celtics.
That's a good
From
one.
Minnesota, yeah.
that was a
And-
killer.
and-
killer
Well,
trade.
it was killer because it was both. It was Ray Allen too.
Yeah.
Same year.
Yeah.
And the other one that I had was Kobe Bryant getting traded to the Lakers. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, but
for
that
the
was
Pelicans.
that was
wasn't. You didn't know who Kobe was at
Yeah.
that time.
I don't care. That was
he wasn't
impactful
in
as hell.
No, he was. No, it impacted the hell out of
Jerry
the Pelicans.
Jerry
the
West
Hornets.
knew who Kobe was.
Yeah, Jerry did.
That
was-
was impactful
It was
as
impactful
hell.
as
Yeah, it definitely was. I agree with you.
I think he got traded for like what, Vlade Divac?
Vlade Divac.
Yeah.
Vlade
Yeah.
Divac in the second round pick.
Ew,
and
man.
I
If
If
know
you
the
listen to
Hornets
Jerry
are hurt.
talk about that, he went to because I forgot what position he was with the Lakers, but he said that we just got the best player in the draft after that trade.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And he was
He
dead,
was dead
spot on.
Dead ass.
But it wasn't after the draft though, because it was. I think
It was during the draft. It happened.
No. Because he was. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was during
the
It
draft.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
because
crazy.
when Kobe came on the Lakers, he was on a bench for like a good while.
Yeah, it doesn't
before
matter,
he
though.
actually started.
Doesn't
matter.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's
because I was saying that.
championships.
That was impactful. But let's get to the third quarter, man. We're gonna go from 6 through 1.
No, man, because we show's about to end, man. We got to get into the DFS, so I figured, man, the best thing to do is go ahead and do 6 through 1 next week, man.
All
for
right,
these guys,
hey,
man.
that's good. Hey, guys, you gotta wait on that. You
gotta
gotta
wait
wait
on
on
the
that.
6
All right, let's
next
go.
week, man.
Let's rock it out, man.
We got DFS lineups, man, for fourth quarter here because we ran through great information on the 12 through 6, right? So what advice do you guys kind of have for the DFS lineups this weekend for the divisional weekend playoffs?
All right, so we're gonna do by positions. For me, I have two quarterbacks that I'm focusing on this week in DFS. One, of course, is Pat Mahomes. Right, Pat Mahomes is gonna do his thing for sure. The second quarterback that I have is, a lot of people are saying Josh Allen, but I'm not high on Josh Allen. It's actually Jackson again. Like, Jackson's gonna be going up against the Bills, and the Bills can be beat either by the rush game and the secondary. So I think Jackson. I saw a couple of interviews last week. The dude looked focused, and I think he's focused because he won that one playoff game. He quieted his critics, and now he's just gonna go deep in the playoff. And I think this is the week to do it. So if you're playing DFS, those are the two quarterbacks I would focus on. I will focus on Pat Mahomes and Jackson.
Even when Jackson is going against the Bills defense.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
he
the
can't
Bills
throw the
defense
ball?
is not that great.
It's not that great. Yeah.
It's not that great.
Who's he throwing the ball to? I mean, other than Andrews. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
his
but he
legs.
has his legs and the
So
run, the rushing.
that's rushing yard. Like the rushing yards, and the Bills defense is not that great. And he has Andrews and he has Marquise. So he has decent weapons, and Des Bryant if he ever show up.
he just showed up last week. Yeah,
So those are the two quarterbacks that I will focus on. What about you for running backs, PJ?
Before I get to running backs, so my
Well,
advice to
Who's
Charlo
your
to win this weekend in
You have an
DFS?
advice for me?
Yes, I have an advice.
Weren't you number 10?
You've never won when I actually played though.
You've
never won.
Oh, so that's
in
my fault.
in 5 for 30. You've never beaten me or Ren.
So it's my fault that you were.
I'm just telling you what
I just
it
beat
is.
you last week.
Hey, we're gonna play again this week. Hey
Did you
guys,
pay in?
we're gonna
My
post it. We're gonna
advice
post
to
the
you-
link
Did you pay
again this
in?
week.
My advice to you.
Did you pay in?
My advice to
I
you.
don't need your advice, bro. Did you
I
pay in?
beat you every single time in 5.
Did you pay in?
My advice to you.
You were number 10 last
okay,
week.
so the top advice
And Ren,
here.
you can't say nothing until you win something in DFS.
Wow,
Oh, that's a shot. That's a Desert Eagle right there.
I'll win
So-
something in DFS.
Yeah, knock on the
In
door at
DFS,
DraftKings, my dude.
in DFS, because it's a four game slate, I will look at surety in this one instead of anomaly that we normally look at. So when it comes to running backs, I'm going to go with the for sure running back in this, and it ain't much here. It's not much.
Well,
unfortunately.
before you go into the running backs,
I would actually go with Aaron Jones.
All right, before we get into the running backs, though, but the quarterback situation that we had before, just cash quarterback wise, because I know you said Lamar Jackson's at 7,600.
Right.
You got Patrick at 8, and you got Josh Allen at 7,400.
The thing about it is Josh Allen goes up against a good defense. The ceiling for Lamar Jackson, I like.
Yeah,
To
it's
work.
higher.
It's much higher.
It's much higher.
It's much higher. And then you know that Pat Mahomes is going to do his thing, but he's expensive.
He's expensive,
He's
but
expensive, yeah.
But your recommendation would be to go to Lamar Jackson just based on
yeah.
his
that's a
latest
position.
advantage.
Funny enough, like so, I would pay up at quarterback, pay down at running back. Because the top running backs this week is Kamara, right?
Yeah.
Kamara going up against
It's the
Tampa Bay
number one
defense.
defense.
The
So
number
I
one
would-
defense. So you don't want
I
to play that
forget
guy.
that. Exactly.
So that's how I'm looking at that. So you're going to pay up for quarterback, but you're going to pay down for running backs. For running backs for me, that's PJ segment. But
Yeah.
for running backs for me, it was probably like Cam Akers,
Yeah.
Dobbins, and like those are the running backs I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
Aaron Jones. I'm not looking at the Camaras of the world because they are going up against some really tough defense.
Yeah. I would look at running
You said
backs.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I would look at Aaron Jones. I would look at Cam Akers. I would look at the guys from the Ravens because the Ravens can go up in this one and start running the football and slow the game down. Nick
Chubb is even like decent play.
He's better. So really and truly though,
I'm going Hunt.
really
The revenge narrative is
because
there.
They use him for the throwing as well.
Yeah,
So
the revenge
I
narrative
think
is
they're gonna
there,
be playing
and
from
because
behind.
because they're going to play from behind. So I
Exactly.
agree with you.
Good job there.
I appreciate it, bro.
I would definitely the best running back overall though on the slate is like Ren said, Alvin Kamara, but he plays against the number one rush defense in football. To beat them, and I guess you're going to touch on wide receivers. Michael Thomas is the guy to look at for wide receivers.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. See, you got wide.
Listen, with wide receivers, man, I got the same type of thing, man. You got Devontae Adams at 8,600. You got Tyreek Hill at 8,000. Who has the utmost upside right there, right? So, but I like those guys. Like, you want to drop that much money on on Michael Thomas, which I think Michael's around 7,000. But look, Harris has been going off, right? Harris is out there in New Orleans just going off, and he was only like $3,700.
But that was last week though, and that's
true. But you
Kind of
got
anomaly.
It is, but you
Yeah.
got to look at the defense too, because there's a lot of these receivers that are doing well that wasn't costing a lot of money. So who are the defenses are they playing? Are they going to lock down Mike Thomas? Can anybody really lock down Adams? Will Adams have that great game, or would it be what is the other guy? Scantlin.
Yeah.
Scantlin may have a good game this game.
Yeah, but do you want to so those are the contrarian play because it's such a small slate of games. Those are the contrarian play. Like you have to do something to separate yourself from the pack, right? But you have to pick right.
Yeah,
So that would be a Scantley or a Lazar would be a decent
pick.
look,
Yeah.
like to look at to possibly separate yourself from the pack. But for me, for wide receivers, look, man, I like Thomas for sure. I like Thomas a lot. Landry, I like, and Tyreek Hill is gonna get his against Cleveland.
Oh yeah, he's gonna eat over there. You better get that tight end too. What's his name?
Oh, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's his name.
There's the problem though. Like if you're gonna pay up, so when you to make your lineup work, you can't pay up for quarterback, pay down for running back, and pay up for wide receivers with the Adams of the world, the Tyreek Hills of the world. You know what I mean? And the Michael Thomas of the world, because you're looking at 6,700 for Michael Thomas, 8,000 for Tyreek Hill, and 8,600 for Adams. If you do that, you can't have a third wide receiver. Yeah, you can get like a Lazar, but you can't get Kelsey. There's no way you can put Kelsey, have a Mahomes, or you know what I mean? You have to downgrade somewhere. So to build that sure lineup, that cash lineup, I'm paying up a quarterback, paying down at running back, get in the middle for the wide receivers, and then I can get the Kelsey in the middle. So sadly to say, like the Adams, the Tyreek Hill, the Diggs, the Michael Thomas, maybe, may not be in my lineup. I'm looking at somewhere from the Antonio Brown, Landry, if Cooper Kupp play, possibly Cooper Kupp, like somewhere around those ranges that you're going to have to look for wide receivers to make your lineup work.
Yeah, you got to look at those guys. I'm not too confident.
But other than Kelsey, though, what other tight ends do you guys like?
Kelsey.
7,800, $8,000, man. That's a lot of money.
I probably won't have Kelsey.
I don't think. I promise you won't see Kelsey in like a lot of lineups.
Yeah, he won't be in mine.
But I
I think we dropped enough gems. We all got to play against each other.
Actually,
And play against whoever.
I know my lineup. I'm giving these nuggets to the people that will be competing against me, but I know my lineup. I'm not keeping anything back. I'm telling you what my thought process is.
Now, one of the guys. Let's do this. What guy would you not want to choose?
I actually know
to
what
put on your
tight end
lineup?
I'm looking at. I'm not going to say it though.
Yeah, I mean, I know what tight end I'm looking at, and I know what defense I'm looking at. So I'm going to leave those out, and I know what flex player I'm looking at. So I'm going to leave those 3 categories out. But so that's quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. As far as players that I won't play, not playing golf as quarterback. As running back,
I'm not playing.
I'm not playing Clyde.
Kamara either.
Or Kamara. And as wide receiver, I'm definitely not playing any of the wide receivers on the Rams.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
Yeah,
Snow because it's a snow game. Not only because it's a snow game, but a bum finger with golf on his throwing arm. I just don't want to chance it. I'm not gonna chance those
And
things.
personally, too, I would fade Diggs. As great as we mentioned that he's been, I think that Ravens are focusing on Diggs.
Yeah.
And they have the corners to do it.
Yeah,
And that's where you look at the Josh Brown.
Diggs is a fade for me.
Gabriel that may have a good game, but definitely Josh Brown, right? John Brown.
John Brown, yeah.
That if he doesn't get hurt, he may be a good pickup.
Exactly.
But that's
All right,
if he doesn't get hurt. But even Hollywood Brown, I was like, yo, that's gonna be a dud because Buffalo allowed only 4th fewest fantasy points to wide receivers.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you guys about this. Mike Evans or Godwin
For this week,
Mhm.
I'm
Mike
going
Evans.
Godwin's.
Mike Evans.
Going Godwin.
All right,
I'm
so
going Mike Evans because that's Brady's bailout receiver, his red zone receiver. He's who Brady's always looking at.
I'm
The
gonna go with
Browns.
Godwin because he's
so
because
Antonio
Evans
Brown,
gonna get hurt.
Antonio Brown versus Hollywood Brown.
Come on,
Antonio
man.
Brown.
Antonio.
So even with
Antonio.
those 2 right there going up against the Saints defense, who is ranked like number 1 against the pass.
Antonio Brown's gonna win that one.
All right.
I'm not going no Hollywood Brown. Nothing. Hollywood ain't got nothing. Nah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
go
Hollywood.
with
I gotta
Antonio.
wait. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Hollywood had like 30-something points last week, and the week before,
and
30-something points again.
And I had him in my lineup last week. This
Right.
week, no, it's not happening. Hollywood's not a star yet, man.
I just don't trust.
Personally,
you know what it is? He's Hollywood Florida Brown, not Hollywood Brown.
This is the thing, though. I think the Bucks Saints game is going to be the lowest scoring game on the slate.
And that's what I'm worried about. So if you're saying that, how
So-
can you pick?
Well, I'm not picking none of those. None of those
You
guys.
gave him a comparison.
Right.
Which one?
I'm
That's what
not
I'm
picking
saying.
Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown. I have to look at it when I'm looking at it, but I think that's going to be such a low scoring because they're 2 good defenses.
That's the only thing, right? So I would pick Antonio Brown. It is going to be a low scoring game,
But
The thing
he
is,
could be that X
that's
factor
the
guy.
X factor.
Yeah,
That's the guy
That's why I said,
they're gonna
yeah.
let slide and hit a cut. That's the guy just
he
like
has that
last
big
week.
play capability.
He had a big play, and
But
that's how
then
he
you
got
also
15
have to
points
look
last
at
week.
Mike Evans, who you know that as good as Saints is, they're going to get to the end zone, and Mike Evans is going to get that look.
He's gonna get
So-
a look. It's just, is he gonna bring it down?
You know what's shocking? The person that's going to have the best game on Tampa Bay is probably going to be Gronk. Check it. He caught a touchdown. His heel was just like on the line last week.
So
I don't know.
he didn't catch a touchdown.
I mean, what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead and draft.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
No, I know who on tight end is, but I'm just telling you, Gronk is going to have the best game because they're going to focus so much on those 3 wide receivers that Gronk is going to be left alone. Like he's always left alone recently.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. If you look at he's always left alone.
And
They focus
last
on
week
those
was a
3
bad
wide
week.
receivers.
Last week he had a bad week, so he may have a
And
good
that's
week this week.
the other thing. Like he had a bad week. He gave a dud last week. He only had like 3 targets and 2
He,
touchdowns.
I mean,
he gave you a dud last week. He
We
gave
say
you a
all
dud,
what we're
yeah.
saying about Saints defense. It looked good. I mean, if Sims is it?
Mims.
Mims
Chicago
had
Bears.
caught, if Mims had caught that
Saints would have
ball,
probably lost.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
And our boy would have been mad. That's the game we should have been at this house.
Yeah, he's fucking-
Yo, so who's
I don't want to watch any Saints game at the dude's house anymore. I just don't
I'm
want
probably
to
not even allowed there no more.
I just don't want to do crying in front of me.
Locker code bold prediction, man. All right, let's go with a bold prediction as far as who
I
you
just
feel
did.
that may win.
Gronk is going to be the best fantasy player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You all right? What do you got?
you go, bro. I'm still trying to think about it.
Bold prediction for me is I think Goff is gonna have a horrible game.
That's not bold. Like
not
what
bold,
the
no?
what?
Like,
Like
my bad.
All right,
my bad.
I'm gonna let you go.
That's not bold
I'm gonna let you think about that. Bold prediction: Travis Kelsey 2 touchdowns.
Two. Ooh,
2 touchdowns by Travis Kelsey.
I like that because I'm picking him.
Red ain't got nothing to say about that.
I ain't got nothing to say. It's your bold prediction, man.
Bold prediction. I think it's gonna be a tougher matchup. Browns and Chiefs. I think it's gonna be a back and forth. I think it may just be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
Bold prediction.
So you think Chiefs win by less than a touchdown?
No. I think they win by 2 touchdowns, but I also think that it's just going to be a high scoring game.
Okay.
What do we bet on the Rams Packers? You said Packers win by 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. That's it.
Yeah, it was Packers. Nah, man, because you got to make sure with this guy, man.
Yeah, I just got to double check before the show.
Yeah, you got to make sure with this guy, man, because, he ain't win last week, so.
I don't know.
Yo,
Dude, you win one time and it's like,
Dude, like
out of how many
you
times?
See, you see how humble we are, dude?
Yeah.
When we win, we don't call him out for
Exactly.
being a loser everywhere. But
Dude,
like,
boys-
And you didn't even win 5 for 30. You won DFS, which is a different platform.
Yo, what do you mean
Dude.
you didn't call me out, bro?
when did we have never like dude, the entire show.
When did we start 5 for 30? Like week 4 or something like
Yeah.
that? So for like 12 weeks, you never won anything.
But this dude is
All right.
on here. He won last week because we gave him it for his
Yeah.
birthday, and this dude acting like he's like God gift to DFS.
Win this
like,
week, bro. Prove us wrong.
Listen.
Hey, just come correct this week. That's all I'm saying.
All
right, but
last
yo,
week,
before-
when y'all boys won.
All right, stop crying.
The week before when y'all boys won, y'all like, yo, see where you at? It was 1-2.
We got important stuff. We got important stuff to talk about. So, hey guys, so we're gonna post the link for the DFS on our site, on the IG page, our website, our Twitter. Just jump in, join, $10 to enter. It's on DraftKings. Just look out for it. Let's get ready. Let's everybody come in. Prove C that he can't play DFS. Let's go.
Let's try that again. Yo,
He said,
Bro.
Yo, that's going to be it for us. Thank you for listening to Locker Code with C, Red, and PJ. Be sure to check us out on lockercode.com for all your fantasy needs, sit and starts, waiver wire pickups, matchup news, and more. Check us out on Locker Code Twitter, Locker Code Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Locker Code Podcast, YouTube. Everywhere is where you're going to be watching this anyways. Hit us up with the likes, what you think, everything, you know what I mean? And then, hey, drop that paper down, man, so I can win again this week, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let's go.
You were number 10, my dude.
I didn't enter in the lineup.
Number
Relax,
10,
dog.
man.
Relax. Like, dude, I didn't
Dude,
even
is
really
it-
play, and you're like talking smack. Like,
I'm just saying, bro. Like, dude,
Bro.
OBJ still gonna be a loser even if he wasn't there.
Wow, dog.
you
Like,
want to bet another 20 that you
I
don't
already
finish
bet
higher
a
than
20,
me?
man. I already bet a 20.
You wanna
the
bet
dude is
another
betting you
20.
20 that you're not gonna finish.
I don't need to bet a
He's
20,
not even
yo.
betting that you're
I don't
gonna
need to
win.
bet a 20.
He's not even
I'm
betting
gonna
that he's
bet.
gonna win.
I'm gonna win. It doesn't matter.
No,
bro.
Okay,
if
so
you're
you
gonna
need
win,
another
then
20.
bet another 20,
I
bro.
don't need another 20.
All right, then.
I
All right,
only
then.
did 20.
Then stop talking.
I got it. You know what I mean? It's done. About to drop
Jeez.
20 on y'all boys again. About to win this matchup,
Oh,
man. It is
man.
what it is. Y'all boys want to do a shout outs? Go ahead and shout me out again, bro, for this week.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday,
That's
man.
all
That's
I
all
gotta
you're
say.
getting.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
All you
That's
getting.
it.
That's all you're getting.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all boys, man. It was a great birthday weekend, DFS and all, man. Yeah.